Hi everyone, it's Andy back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Slimming World. More specifically, we're going to be talking about why I have chosen Slimming World as my lifestyle plan of choice. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about a lot of lifestyle plans. I want to just say straight from the outset that I am in no way bashing any of these other lifestyle plans. I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm not saying that they're unhealthy. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do them. I believe that anybody should choose the plan that is right for them, and if it works for you, fantastic. I'm gonna just tell you what my personal experience was and why I've chosen to go back to Slimming World. So, I've been big all of my life since I was a kid, all through school, all through my early work days, and right through till now. I'm 46. I'm the heaviest I've ever been. I've got the most health problems. I take more medication now than I've ever taken. I've seen the insides of more hospitals than I care to in the last 2 or 3 years. So I really needed to do it and get it done for me, and just get my health back on track, retake my life back, and get in some control, so I was in control of my life and not it being in control of me. So over the years I've tried loads of different things, just to name a few: the Cambridge diet, the micro diet, Atkins, 5 and 2, ViSalus, which you'd better know as Body by Vi, Forever Living, which you would know as Clean 9, Weight Watchers, Herbalife. I think I tried Amway once. There was all kinds of other little things that I can't remember the name of, you know, crazy things that you would try when you're desperate to lose weight. And I want to look at some of the ones that I tried and just what brought me back to Slimming World. And one of the first ones I want to talk about was probably one of the first ones I did in the kind of, I want to say it was the early 90s, was Herbalife, which was an American company. Had a really great story behind it. Founder Mark Hughes, his mum was always ill, she died. He decided there had to be a better and easier way to lose weight. He developed the products. They got a whole range of products. But for those of you that don't know what Herbalife is, or you've never tried it, it's meal replacement shakes and vitamin and mineral supplements, and you've got a whole range of skincare, and there's supplements for your heart and for this and for that, and there's all kinds of, a whole range of products. And I took it and I lost weight, and then at the time I thought, this is fantastic. And then I started getting invited along to hotels, to these meetings, and these meetings people would be talking about these vast sums of money that they were earning. And this is when I started to get my first taste of MLM, multi-level marketing. And as time went on and I lost more weight, I was being hoofed around these hotels, you know, in London and around the UK, and I was being invited to things around the world. And I was telling my story because I'd lost quite a lot of weight, and I was doing okay, you know, I was making some money, but it seemed to be more about people seeing me, learning my story, and people were making sales off the back of my story to make money. And then for one reason or another, I stopped doing Herbalife, and I went back to it a few years later, and I tried Herbalife like 3 or 4 times, and I always found that it was the same with Herbalife and ViSalus and Clean 9. Anything that has multi-level marketing attached to it, you always seem like they're more interested in you becoming a distributor to sell the products, because the storyline is always, oh, you're going to lose weight, and your friends are going to say, wow, you're looking so great, you know, how did you do it? And you may as well make some money. And it's like, well, yeah, but these products may not be right for my friends. And you become this relentless machine where you're just constantly talking about these products, and to the point where your friends go, oh God, he's coming around again, he's going to talk about that Herbalife stuff, or he's going to try and sell me Clean 9 or whatever. And ViSalus, Body by Vi, similar kind of thing. You took meal supplements and milkshakes, and Clean 9 was all based on aloe vera products. So you took this aloe drink, which isn't the best tasting thing I've ever drunk in my life. It's not probably the worst. It was tolerable, but I think with those things where you're taking meal replacements and shakes and supplements, I personally don't think that that's a sustainable lifestyle. For instance, with Herbalife, if you got to your goal weight, then they would flip you on to a maintenance program. So you just take, instead of a couple of shakes a day, maybe you just take one, and you could use that to lose weight or to maintain weight, or you could use it to gain weight if you had problems with not being overweight, with being underweight. You could take 3 shakes and eat lots of meals and supplements and stuff. But there was always this maintenance plan, and I thought to myself, do I want to carry around this big box of tablets for the rest of my life? And I sound like a Mexican jailer with all these things rattling in my pockets, and I thought, that's not really for me. And I tried a couple of things like Atkins and stuff, where, for a man, you think Atkins is great. You just eat meat and meat and meat. And don't get me wrong, it's okay, and you eat bacon and sausages and all this, cheese and dairy, and for a man, it's a dream. You think, wow. But there's problems with that. I felt really lethargic and tired, and I had breath like a mountain bear. It was awful. And you'd go and talk to people, they'd be like, whoo, and because you were just eating meat. That's all you were consuming. And again, I think things like that are probably okay if you just needed to drop some weight quickly. But again, it's not a sustainable thing. The same with Clean 9. They do the 9-day detox thing, and I know people that have done that, and they've lost maybe half a stone or a stone in like the 9 days. But again, it's not a sustainable thing, and over time the weight seems to creep back on. Then things like the micro diet, the Cambridge diet, which again was all based on milkshakes, and then they started to introduce soups, and chocolate bars and other bits and pieces that you could eat. But again, there was no real sustainability to it. You weren't really eating real food, and it wasn't putting you into the mindset of being able to live your life normally when you'd got to the weight that you want to be. So then I thought I'll try something normal. So I tried Weight Watchers, and Weight Watchers is great, and I would say, some people may agree, some people may disagree. I think Weight Watchers is pretty similar to Slimming World, but it's just done in a different way. And when I did Weight Watchers, I'm quite busy, so I couldn't deal with the counting, the constant counting, and this is 4 and that's 2, and it's not that I'm not good at maths. I just don't want to be counting all day. 1 for this, 2 for that, over there, under there. It just wasn't for me. So I think the thing with Slimming World was it just seems really simple. I mean, I did Slimming World for the first time back in the old red and green days, where red was your rices and pastas and all that stuff, and green was rices and pastas and stuff, and red, however it worked. It was a long time ago. But recently, the Extra Easy plan, it does what it says on the book. It's just so easy, and I like the fact that I can plan. It's pretty easy if I'm going out. There's things, and I think now the difference is that when I first started trying to lose weight, I didn't have access to the things that I've got access to now. So like with Slimming World, you've got a whole range of books, you've got the app. So if you've got the app on your, everyone's got a smartphone. Who hasn't got a smartphone? Everyone's got a smartphone. So now if you're out and about, like I had a hospital appointment the other day, I had to stop off and get something to eat. I stopped in a petrol station, they had a Tesco's Express in it, and I was trying to find something to eat. And so I was going through all the things on the app, and eventually I found that sushi was pretty good. So I bought some sushi, and I managed to work it out pretty quickly, so I didn't look like I was loitering around the sandwich thing, because that's a great look, a fat guy loitering around the sandwich bar. So I found what I wanted pretty quickly, and I think now with access to all the tools we've got, like for instance the app and all the online tools, it's much easier. So I just find that it works for me, and that's the reason I went back to it. And I would recommend it to anybody that wants to lose weight, because I believe that it's a sustainable way to lose weight, and if you stick with it, and if you really do it properly, and if you really focus, and you really are pinpoint laser focused on going through and reaching your target and your goals, everyone can do it. It does work. And I think the thing is that it teaches you to eat more healthily, to make better choices. You can go out to restaurants and you can have takeaways, and the good thing is that there's nothing that's off the table. They don't say you can't have this, you can't have that. Everything is there, and in moderation you can have pretty much anything that you want. And I think that's the beauty of it. It suits my lifestyle. It's something I don't really have to think about, and I think once you hit your groove with Slimming World, it's a really simple thing to stay in. And I think the problem again with the other things where you're taking milkshakes and tablets, if you go to a party or a barbecue and everyone's sitting there and they're eating burgers and salad and sausages and stuff, and suddenly you whip out a strawberry milkshake and a couple of tablets and everyone's like, oh, what's that? It's my lunch. Ooh, nice. It just makes it easier when you're on Slimming World. You can go, and especially if you're having a barbecue, you could make a whole Slimming World feast and people probably wouldn't even know. And I think that's the beauty. That's what brought me back to it. And I think that's why I'll now get the success that I want and get down to the weight that I want. But I think as well, when you start any lifestyle changing plan, you need to have everything in focus. And I spend a lot of time on Instagram and Facebook and looking around and watching other people's YouTube channels that are on Slimming World, and I see a lot of people talk about the correlation between depression and weight loss, and I myself suffer from sometimes near debilitating depression and anxiety, and there is a correlation between weight loss and anxiety, of course, but I think sometimes if you really want to be successful on any kind of lifestyle changing plan, you need to also work on the other factors of your life. Like if you suffer with some kind of mental health problem, you need to work on that. If you've got a stressful job, you need to take that into consideration and look at how the Slimming World plan will fit into your day and look at a way to make it work. There's always a way to make it work, but I think for me, the key to making this work for me personally is I need to get my mental health and my physical health working in tandem, because I always have this little kind of depression monkey that sits on my shoulder, and I'll do really, really well, and then all of a sudden it'll go, oh, this is going a bit well, I'll put a spanner in these works, and it does, and I start spiraling backwards and I put the weight back on, probably more on top. So I think it's important for me to work on the mental health aspects for me and the weight loss, and then if I can get the two working together, I think for me personally that's the key to success. So I think if you're in a similar situation to me, you really need to address a balance of the two things that are happening in your life so they don't counterbalance each other. But that's why I'm back on Slimming World. I'll stay on Slimming World now, and I've said that this is the last time I'll do Slimming World, not from a negative point of view, just that I'm not here to fail. This time I'm here to reach the targets that I've set myself, lose the weight that I need to lose, extend my life, just feel better in myself and be able to do the things that I want to do and not have my weight really kind of ruin my life. So if you've got any comments about some of the other lifestyle plans I've spoken about, all my social media and stuff is below. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've got some comments, if there's something particularly that one of the other lifestyle programs you'd like me to talk about in a bit more detail, or my next video, I'm either going to do one of two things. So if you can drop some comments, I'll do the one that you want to see first. I'm either going to do a sausage challenge, so it's barbecue season, so I'm going to get all the popular sausages together that people like on Slimming World. So if you want to see me do that one, write sausages underneath. Or I know that a lot of people are worried about the Slimming World meals, what do they taste like, blah blah blah. So I'm going to be a guinea pig and I'm going to try the Slimming World meal. So if you want me to do that one next, put Slimming World meals in the comments. Click subscribe. More videos on the way soon, more Slimming World tips. I'm going to do some more recipes. I'm going to try and make some space in my kitchen so I can do some cook-alongs, and hopefully we can travel this road together, get the success that we want, and achieve our goals. So be nice to each other. Life is always worth living, and until next time, thanks for watching. See ya.